welcome to Terrifyingly Beautiful, the anxiety podcast where we say shit a lot.
Why are you laughing?
I don't know.
And you're like shaking your shoulders. You're like shaking your shoulders.
That's not how I talk. We're on episode, 15 now?
Yeah.
And I still have no idea how to open this damn thing.
And that's Kevin talking, by the way, and I'm David.
Oh, yeah, I'm Kevin.
You have to introduce yourself.
Oh, yeah.
They should know us by now.
We're 15 episodes in.
So I'm the one that everybody's like, oh, he's the one who goes like, oh my God.
Yeah, he's the oh my God one, and I'm the one who says
and mispronouncing the words and shit. But
I'm also the one without the gray hair in the cartoon.
Oh my God. Yeah, when we actually sent in the our picture to have the artist sketch us for our website and our podcast cover page, when it came back, I was like, oh my God, I don't have that much gray hair.
No.
Well, it's a caricature. It's supposed to
yeah, my eyes are also not a foot tall. So.
God. Oh, while we're chugging along, I can't believe it.
I know. Let's get the not fun nonsense out of the way. So, hey, you're listening to a podcast, and we're doing this for your enjoyment, and I hope you're enjoying it. Rate us and review us on iTunes, please.
Who would go to iTunes after getting that intro?
Why?
No, you should say, if you like what you hear, go to iTunes and leave a nice review.
Hey, beautiful. How are you doing, girl or guy?
No, it's no. Ours. If you go to our website, it says "Hello, gorgeous."
Oh yeah.
So.
Oh, so that's it. And the reviews have not been coming in. People are listening. We can see that people are listening. Are people
see that? Oh, yeah. on the stats, yeah.
But are people anxious about leaving us a podcast?
They probably are.
Buck up.
Well, now that
yeah. So just please take a second and do that. If you don't know how to do it, email us. We'll tell you how to do it.
We'll tell you how to do it. We'll do it for you.
Yeah,
just give us your ID.
And your credit card and social security number.
And if you have like 15,000 downloads of Kesha songs, you know who that was,
yes.
Kevin.
Okay, so we have a website, terrifyinglybeautiful.com, an email address. Shocker, it's called terrifyinglybeautiful@gmail.com. And we also have Twitter and Instagram, terrifyinglyb.
I love the Instagram account.
That's the fastest I've done that.
It is.
Yeah.
Well, it's the 15th time you've done it, so...
Yeah, that's true.
Practice.
All right.
So, moving on to our What Stressed Us Out this week.
Yes, we start every episode. If you're just listening on episode 15, welcome.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Did that happen?
Yeah.
Oh.
Sure.
Okay.
So, welcome. We talk about stuff that stressed us out or caused us anxiety through the week.
That's the intention. We go off in like 15 million directions.
I'm always right on topic. How dare you, sir?
We go from like masturbation to serial killers to like Twinkies
and then
Muppets. And then back to the Muppets, of course.
So and then one of us has a topic that the other one doesn't know what we're going to pick, and we do a little research and we talk about fears and fun.
Yeah, and the intention is a couple of things. One is to allow others to understand they're not alone.
Yeah, and the other one is for us to become famous. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
The other one is for us just to, you got to laugh through
your anxiety and your fears.
Yeah.
And so we made a conscious decision that we're not letting our fears and anxieties hold us back. We're going to confront them head on and share funny stories as we begin to face these things.
Yes, and that's why we call it Terrifyingly Beautiful. It's how we look at the world. First of all, it's a beautiful place, but we're also like secretly terrified of a lot of it, but we're convinced to not let it stop us enjoy the beautiful parts.
Yeah. So as an example, I'm here with my best friend having a great time, and like 5 minutes ago, before we went on the air, he was vacuuming up these spiders that were trying to attack me.
Yeah, I saved your life.
God. Mm-hmm. That one was huge.
If an alien comes by today, you better punch it in the gut for me.
No, in the throat.
Oh. You don't know that's where an alien's
center
is.
How do you know it has a gut?
I just assume.
It's an apparition or something. Anyways.
An aboriginal?
An apparition.
Oh, I was like, you can't say that they're aliens. Although boomerangs are kind of alien-like. They invented that shit, right?
Oh my God.
What? Have you ever heard of didgeridoo? Sounds like an alien.
Okay, I have heard that before. That's Australian, isn't it?
Yeah, that's where Aborigines are from.
Okay, moving on. I have a whole episode of spiders coming up, by the way. A whole episode of spiders.
Cool.
I'm so scared.
I'm interested to talk about that. And then, let's just put it out there. Is your next one going to be spiders?
Yes.
Then my next one's going to be bees.
Ooh,
not this one, the next one.
The two-parter, though, right?
It'll probably have to be. I have a lot of information about bees.
And I have like 15 million personal stories about bees.
I would love to get like a bee expert to come on. And I can just punch them in their gut.
We should get all suited up and go out to a beekeeper. They have beekeeping classes in town.
I will. No. Why? Why would you do that?
You would absolutely make me hold a spider.
No, that's like saying you're afraid of germs and I'm going to bring you to the CDC and just throw some shit around.
No, the salad bar. Just take me there. Same thing. All right. What stressed me out this week? Oh my God, we're way off topic already. This is less anxiety and more like just annoying than it causes me stress. So I drive to the gym every day, obviously, and I usually bring a little like granola bar. You know, they come in like little packs of two. You know, like I forget what brand it is, but
Nature's Valley.
Why can't they make a granola bar that doesn't disintegrate on your lap? I mean, I have yet to be able to eat it without having all of the crumbs all over my lap. And then what happens is so if small pieces drop off, I don't really care. But if a big chunk drops off, I kind of want to grab it, and so then I find myself like not paying attention to the road. I'm trying to like squeeze my hand on the side of the chair.
All right,
the chair.
I swear to God, my topic today was going to be. I had one. I was going to switch it. Was when things fall on the side of your car seat. I swear to God,
every day it's like, and then
they sell something now that you can jam in there. But I'm just saying, car makers
they sell that. You can't just put like a blanket there or a towel.
Well, that's not as pretty.
Oh my God.
But all right, so granola bars are supposed to be dry, right? Because it's all like dry ingredients.
I know, but you could have this, more stickiness.
But then that's bad calories, and you don't like sugar.
God. It crumbles, and I've actually been eating these for years, and they've gotten more brittle.
Eat it through the wrapper.
Oh, trust me, I do bite it up in the wrapper and then kind of slide it up, right? So, but even this morning, I'm driving to the gym, and I get out of the car, and like half of the granola bar comes flying off of my lap, and then they get stuck in like the creases of your chair.
Oh my God!
And then Pete flips out because he gets in the car. He's like, "Oh my God!"
I always have a rogue French fry under like my seat from when I go to McDonald's.
Oh, yeah.
You're eating granola bars on the way to the gym. I'm talking about French fries.
French fries. Binging on the way home from work. Yeah.
But I'm telling you, it's a thing, and I'm looking up something right now because I've read this article before, and it's perfect.
Really?
And I didn't have it.
Well, while you're looking up the article, so
I got it.
What about when your cell phone drops down between your console and their seat?
That's what always happens.
And then I can't not have my cell phone next to my leg, and so I'm like obsessed with my cell phone. It's like and I have. On multiple occasions, I probably shouldn't be announcing this because I do get into a car accident, I'll be sued. But I take my eyes off the road, looking for the stupid fucking phone under this chair.
Absolutely.
Like, I can't wait to get to the gym, then take the phone out. I have to have it immediately.
Sit tight, David, because that's what my topic is today.
Really?
Yeah. So it's connected to that.
Full circle.
Oh, and I'm actually going to save my what bothered me this week because I actually had kind of a good week and I couldn't come up with anything good, but it was good. But I want to talk about this instead of hijacking off of what you said. So the 10 most dangerous things to eat while you drive.
Oh, that's a whole...
Yeah. Oh, no, I know. Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Right. So,
lo mein, is that on the list?
Well, I mean, things that people would eat when they drive. It's not like
chopsticks.
Lo mein.
Oh, my God.
Fondue.
Yeah.
That pot will scald you. All right. Number 10 is chocolate.
Why is that dangerous?
I think probably because it gets melty on your fingers and you wipe it on stuff and you freak out.
Okay, I can see that. Yeah.
They don't actually say why their drink.
Or if you drop a piece of it.
I just gave away number 9 is soft drinks.
That would be the safest thing you could eat in a drink. It's like contained. You have a straw. You can do one-hander.
It just says soft drink. It says, we're not sure what's dangerous. The only danger we see is frozen testicles.
Oh my God.
I guess like if you don't have a cup holder.
Oh, okay.
It's 2017, people.
Like the old lady who burned herself at McDonald's. And they had a whole story about how that story did not play out what really happened.
There's a documentary about it called Hot Coffee.
She actually got seriously burned.
Yeah, if you want, the documentary is really good, but you do have to see a scalded elderly vagina.
I'm going to pass on that one.
It's in there.
Okay, great.
Okay. Number 8 is jelly or cream-filled donuts.
Well, yeah, because if it spills on you, like, oh fuck.
Yeah, exactly. Most of these are spill.
Well, especially if you're in a suit, or a dress, if you're going to work, and then you spill it, it's like, oh my God, and then you get distracted. I totally agree with that one.
Number 7 is fried chicken.
Fried chicken?
Yeah, the greasy coating can probably come off.
Oh no! Oh yeah, all that crispy shit comes off.
Don't
of it.
Eat fried chicken in the car.
Well, how are you supposed to eat it?
You drive it home like a human. Number 6 is even worse. Barbecue food.
Well, who the hell? That's like lo mein. Who'd eat barbecue? Like,
is there a drive-up grill somewhere?
That is crazy.
I don't know.
Like a
Number
rib?
5 is weird. Hamburgers.
No.
I guess because a dry hamburger would be fine, but ketchup and mustard.
Oh, okay. Well,
that shit'll come out.
Like it's. Well, there goes McDonald's and Wendy's and Burger King. Everybody has a drive-through in their town.
No, you just do you make the
The wrapper.
The wrapper taco.
Like a taco
You eat it
shell.
through
Yeah.
it, yes.
Yeah, of course.
Well, number 4 is chili. Again, it should just be all soups, right?
You can't eat
all right,
chili
just
with one
ahead.
hand.
Soup is number 2. Who the fuck is eating soup in the car? Okay.
Dumbass.
Number 3 is tacos, which I thought was number 1.
Too messy.
You cannot eat a taco, even
I
if
can't
it's
even
a
eat it
soft
sitting
taco.
down at a table
Exactly.
without having a nervous breakdown.
Taco Bell even gives you that little like sleeve now to put it in, and shit still goes everywhere.
Are you a soft taco shell person or a hard taco shell?
Soft all the way.
Yeah, me too.
Although hard tacos actually have less calories than soft tacos.
Of course, but yeah.
How?
They're fried. And they're fried.
It's like a Dorito.
Yeah,
those Dorito shell ones are the bomb.
my God. Oh, what's that one you make with the Dorito bag? The tacos in a bag.
Oh yeah, Doritos walking tacos.
Oh my God, they're so good.
I know.
That's probably pretty dangerous to eat in the car.
Classy as fuck. All right, number 1 is coffee.
Oh, because
hot coffee.
Because the vagina thing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
If you have an old lady vagina, coffee is not for you.
Well, I felt bad after hearing that story. She got really seriously injured.
Yeah, it wasn't like it was hot. It was like almost boiling.
Like 209 degrees, something like that. It was crazy.
Yeah, look it up, people. Educate yourself before you judge that old
her.
lady.
We all judged her, though.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's a little common sense. If you have a hot beverage, it doesn't need to say, caution, this is hot.
Yeah.
But apparently it does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So
that's actually pretty, that's an interesting list, but there's probably 100 more things you probably shouldn't be eating behind
yeah, but I feel like a lot of those are foods that people go and pick up real quick.
Yes. Chili. Ribs.
Wendy's has chili at the drive-thru, which, spoiler, it's the burgers from the day before.
Don't.
It is.
Do you know that?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know someone works at Wendy's.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it's all the burgers.
Isn't soup always that, though? Like, never get the soup of the day because all the shit they couldn't sell the day before.
Of course.
Yeah, I mean, come on. You can't blame them. It's not bad.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So, David.
Your topic?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I know your last topic was claustrophobia. No, your last one was heights, which is like, what, how many percentage people?
2 to 5% of the global population.
And then claustrophobia was
a good 5 to 7% of the population.
Okay, so the phobia that I'm talking about today, it's 90% of the population.
What?
So basically, I won. Okay, and ready?
Okay.
So, and this is something that I definitely suffer from. It's called nomophobia.
Nomophobia?
Yes.
What's nomophobia? Wait, how do you spell N-O-M-A?
N-O-M-O phobia.
Nomophobia.
It's the fear of garden gnomes. No, I'm kidding.
You had me for a split second. I was like, oh my God.
No, actually, so nomophobia is a term that is the fear of being away from your mobile device.
Oh my.
Yeah.
I absolutely have that. I've talked about it on this podcast before.
Oh yeah. So, but I've done research into it now because it is such a thing, the reliance that we have come to get on our mobile devices. And don't put them too far because you're probably listening to this on a mobile device. I mean, all right. So,
I just told you the story about my phone drops down between my seat and the console in the car, and rather than pulling the car over or waiting 5 minutes to get to the gym, I have to get that phone.
You dig immediately.
I have to find it.
You dig immediately. And I'm sorry, but I read texts. My car reads it out loud, which sometimes it's real funny.
It does?
Yeah, it's like a Siri voice that reads it out loud.
No.
But she also describes emojis.
Oh, really?
Great. Yeah, it'll be like, can't wait to see you later, party hat, fireworks, balloon. It's so great.
Never heard of that.
Oh, yeah. We'll have to play with it in my car.
I love it.
I do read texts in the car. I do text in the car.
I'm pretty good about not doing that. But
I do the voice thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Like the dragon thing?
No, where you talk and it turns it into text. Yeah.
Well, I always receive something from friends of mine, but it's not a text though. It's an audio recording.
Oh yeah, you can do that too.
Okay.
Yeah, but you still have to press the button. I actually have a funny story about the autocorrect. I was texting a friend who was clearly using that, and it was all jumbled. And I went to write. And it's not nice. I went to write, I feel like I'm talking to a stroke victim. And it changed it to, I feel like I'm talking to Stephen Hawking.
Oh my God.
And I was like, damn, Siri.
Wow, that's pretty brutal.
I know.
Yeah. My autocorrect on my phone autocorrects into some pretty bizarre shit. Because when's the last time that I wrote effervescent shit stain? And that comes up all
Daily.
the time.
Really?
Yes.
I wonder what you're trying to say.
My friend Kimberly and I have a long joke about that phrase. But
Are you talking about Evanescence, the band, a lot? Or?
No, I was trying to spell like every day or every second, and it came out the effervescent shit stain. I couldn't believe it. Yeah.
All right, so this is a real thing for me, and I will like to say as a preface, and I love that word. I held off from getting a mobile phone for the longest time. So I did not have a cell phone when they first came. I never even had a Razor. Jesse has like a Razor upstairs still.
I love those phones.
But I was like, I'm not that important. I don't want people to get me that much. I'm not like a surgeon where people need to get me. Yeah. And then I got one, and it's bad.
That perspective changes real quick.
Oh, yeah. I cannot watch a movie now without being like, oh, that actor looks familiar. IMDb.
Oh, IMDb. I'm on there every day.
Yeah. It's so bad. But this is actually like a real problem for people. So they came up with the number of 90% because they interviewed college students. So college students, it's 90%. They now believe, and this was done in 2014, so they now believe that it's probably cell phone use is so widespread that it's most likely 90% of the entire population.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So they gave them like things of what would you rather do than be without your cell phone. And there's something like 70% of people said that they would go a week without shoes than lose their cell phone for a week.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. And teenagers, 90% said that they would rather lose a pinky finger for life than never have a cell phone again.
Oh, I believe that. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I believe that.
Really weird. So they call it nomophobia, which is no mobile phone phobia, right?
Oh, okay.
No
I remember what that meant.
And that came up in 2010. But before that, they called it ringxiety, which I thought was good.
That's a great one for us.
Or faux alarm. But that has to do with something else, which I'm going to talk to in a bit. It's like faux, like fake.
I get the phantom ringtone on my leg.
That's what I want to talk about.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm so happy the topic's being discussed. I have so many stories about this. I was at dinner last night with some friends, and one of the friends was in London recently on vacation and left his cell phone in an Uber cab.
Oh, no.
And almost had a panic attack because he was like, oh my God, what would I do? And then it took about an hour and a half to get the phone back, and he had to like basically get, the Uber driver bribed him to pay him off, but it was worth it. He paid another $200 or $150 to get the phone back, but it was totally worth it. He's like, I just had to have that phone. I couldn't function without the phone. Yeah.
So what made me think of this topic was a phantom phone vibration. I got so mad at my brain for being like, why are you doing that? And I'm going to talk about that again, but I want to give you a little bit more statistics about cell phones in America today. So 65% of people sleep next to their cell phones. And in college students, it's close to 100%.
We'll have brain cancer.
Yeah, well, there's reasons why you should not, and we will get to that. 34% of people admit to have answering their cell phone during intimacy with their partner.
I have read that step before, too.
I would never. Never. That's the most insulting thing you can do.
Of course it is.
Yeah.
But when you're...
I'm just assuming 34% of people are bad lays.
When you really want to hear from somebody.
Yeah. You're like, oh, this person could be a better option.
Yeah, exactly.
Jeez. Okay. More than half of people never switch off their phone.
I've never turned my phone off. Well, actually, that's not true. I turned it off one time when it was acting kind of
like reboot
funky.
it.
Yeah,
absolutely.
But I don't turn it up at night.
And so
it's my alarm.
This article says it's 66% of all adults. So remember I said 90%.
Okay.
In 2014, they said it was 66% of all adults have nomophobia.
Kevin.
What, David?
Summer's almost here.
Oh, I know.
You know what that means, right?
Yeah, no Cheetos, just Speedos.
No.
Yeah, you got to look good in those things. They're tiny.
Kevin, skincare products.
Oh, that's true.
The sun's brutal on the skin, right?
It is.
Yeah. And so what I do is go to 1ambeauty.com.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they have everything on that place to make your bad skin already look better. They have preventative stuff, wrinkle creams, everything you could imagine is on that website.
Masks, moisturizers, cleansers, exfoliants.
If you look that bad, just get like a full mask.
A whole body mask.
And just wear it all the time.
But seriously, I mean, you should go to 1ambeauty.com.
Yeah, they're offering Terrifyingly Beautiful listeners 25% off. They just have to use one simple word.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. Yeah. I'm glad they didn't use terrifying. If you don't go there, you could look terrifying.
Yes, but you want to be beautiful.
Correct. 1ambeauty.com.
Promo code beautiful.
Beautiful.
adult, like what, 18 and over?
Yeah, non-college students.
Okay.
Which most non-college students I do not know would not clarify as
well, there's
an adult.
there's a well-known. Oh, sorry.
Classify.
Can I jump in for a second?
Yeah.
There's a well-known. I don't know. I'm not sure what you call him, but he does like TED.com talks. Simon Sinek, and he did a whole interview about millennials' obsession with technology, and he said, listen, we have, as a society, we have restrictions on gambling and on alcohol and on cigarettes, but we don't have restrictions on social media. But it's the same chemical reaction that happens in your brain when you get an Instagram like, or somebody posts something on Facebook, or
I gave you that book, Irresistible, by Adam Elker.
Exactly the same reaction, and yet we know enough as a evolved society to say, you know what, this is probably not something we want to expose our children to, at least to that degree, but we have no restrictions. It's all restricted, right? So parents might say, no, you can't have a cell phone, but there's it's not illegal for a child to have a cell phone or an iPad.
Yeah. Well,
but the exact same chemical reaction happens. It's very addictive.
And they're studying this at Iowa State University. They've come up with a nomophobia questionnaire to see where you are in the list. Do you want to hear a couple of the questions?
Oh, yeah, please.
Okay. So here's one of them. These are just a couple of examples. I'm not reading all 20. How would you feel if you left your smartphone at home and had to spend your day without it?
I'd be anxious and crazy, and I wouldn't be able to concentrate.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
When in reality, everything could probably wait.
Because what happens if like, Armageddon starts? How am I going to find out?
What did you do before 2000? Like, right? You just went out and had your day and then came
I enjoyed
home.
myself.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right, where's another one? If you were to run out of credits or hit your monthly data limit, you would panic. True or false?
Well, I have unlimited data. So I was one of the last people on the planet that has unlimited data, but yeah.
I would feel nervous that something bad would happen because I would not be able to receive text messages or calls.
If I did not have unlimited data, I would get stressed out if I was reaching my limit. Yes.
But is it because you think that something bad might happen and you're not able to be contacted with it?
That or I might miss out. Like I have a FOMO moment, or I'm going to miss out.
Nomophobia?
Oh my God. Yeah, spell that one. I don't want to miss out on something, and that's the way I'm connected to the world, unfortunately, but it is.
So, do you know that smartphones are actually making us dumber?
We actually talked about a piece of this early on in the podcast, where if I was like at gunpoint and had to dial my mother's phone number, I wouldn't be able to dial it because I just have her as mom.
So that's because we have something called transactive memory, which is we have a device that we rely on for things that our brain used to do. So then we transfer it to this device, right? So our brain says, you no longer need to know this anymore. It's not important. I'm going to leave rooms for Spice Girls lyrics.
Have you ever seen a young person at a register trying to make change when the register doesn't work properly?
So here's a great example. This is a great example. And this is in Scientific American. So it's
legit.
Fucking legit. All right. It says, for example, if my wife is an expert on tennis statistics, then I will be worse at remembering facts about tennis since I know I can always ask her. So, and it says, now we have a near source of omniscience in our pockets. Why bother remembering something when you can just ask Siri?
Ask Siri.
About it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's scary.
That's more around retaining information, which I think is scarier, is pretty soon I could see a world where we just don't talk to each other. Because you are, it's in the book. It's in the book you recommended, Irresistible, right, by Adam Altler.
Yeah, Adam Alter.
And he talks about this. I forget the name of the app you can download onto your device.
Shows how much you're using it.
Not only using it, but how many times you pick the device up, and how many in minutes or hours, how long you stared at the screen, and it actually carves out phone calls and other things that are naturally happening, like alarms and stuff. So it's how long you're engaged with your device. But they did a study that asked people to self-report, and everyone reported a lower number.
It's terrifying.
And this guy said, I've never done it before, but I can probably say I probably spend 5 hours a day engaged with my iPhone.
And he says it's more, right?
It's probably more than that.
Yeah. Maybe I want to do that. We should just do it for a week and see what happens.
Oh my God.
I feel depressed.
Depressed.
These devices are
like
designed...
It's like tracking your numbers of drinks you have.
Yeah.
Yeah. Every doctor I've talked to said that. I go, what do you do? And the people report that out. You say, I have one at night. I think we always triple the number.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah.
How often do you exercise? Oh, 5 days a week. Bullshit.
Divide by 3.
Okay, so it's actually affecting our bodies as well, and that's what I'm going to talk about: phantom vibration syndrome, or
Happened to me.
faux alarm.
Oh yeah, false alarm. I love that.
FAUX.
And what was the other one you talked about? Something
Ringxiety.
Ringxiety.
I
Oh
love
God.
it. All right. So they started doing studies on this because it was happening to people, much like my idea for this podcast, and people were like, "What the fuck? Why is this happening? What's the thing about it?"
Yeah.
So they did a study of college students, and they found that 90% of them have suffered from this.
I'm still
90.
I'm actually still. I would thought it'd be high. Number 90 is really high.
40% of those people said it happened at least once a week.
Oh yeah.
Okay, and then they did hospital workers and found that 70% of them had it.
It all depends on. So as an example, I usually keep my iPhone in my left pants pocket.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's where I get the phantom ring. So it's like a phantom vibration, like when someone calls me or texts me, I get that vibration. And so even when the phone is nowhere near my leg, it still buzzes.
Yep.
Because my brain's like, oh, my phone's in my jeans in the pocket, and for a while there, it was happening multiple times a day, and I was going out of my mind.
It's a form of hallucination, David.
Yeah, I know.
It really is. So it's a form of hallucination because they said that cell phone vibrations operate at like an auditory frequency that our brains are really in tune with. And I'm sure that's done on purpose.
On purpose,
right?
Yeah.
Even if it's not, like, I guess it's a weird coincidence, but those operate at the same thing. So that's why we're more in tune to feeling those. And it says it becomes like an extension of our body for the same reason that our brain now thinks of it as an extension of our
body.
brain.
Oh, interesting.
Right. So,
but it's the same thing. Like with, you get phantom limbs. People who have lost limbs still feel their fingers or toes, or whatever. So that the same kind of thing.
Yeah, it's like an itch, right? So there's no reason for you to have an itch. Like an itch is a natural biological response to like an irritant. But sometimes you get them, you're like, where the heck did that come from? It's just your body reacting to a stimulus that's not there.
You know what's so fucked up is that I'm a pretty sound sleeper, and so I can sleep through like a couple of months ago. Pete got up in the middle of the night and tripped over one of the dogs and fell down the stairs. And the stairs are right next to our bedroom. Didn't hear a thing. If I get a text message and it vibrates, wide awake.
Oh, really?
My brain hears that and must prioritize it as important, but not my partner falling down the stairs in the middle of the night and cracking his head open.
Probably it gives you excitatory hormones, right? Because it's the excitement of new information.
Yeah, who's texting me? Yeah. Oh my God. And it's usually like some stupid thing like, oh yeah, we got your credit card payment. No, thanks. Yeah.
You're like, yeah, I know. I know.
Well, you're going to kill me for doing this, but I told you in that book series, His Dark Materials, every human is assigned their...
I'm going to read this now.
Yes, their demon, which is you're like spirit animal. And if you are separated from that spirit animal for like more than 3 or 4 feet, you experience extreme pain. And so I see my cell phone as like my spirit animal. I can't be more than like 3 feet away from it. Kevin, there have been many times where I have not been able to find my cell phone, and then the first thing you do is like, can someone please call my phone?
Oh yeah, yeah.
And you're like, everybody quiet.
I think I'd be more logic if I lost a child. I'd be like, they're probably just hiding,
napping. They're napping.
Yeah.
They're always napping, right? So,
I want to go back even a little further. Do you know that there's a precursor to phantom vibration syndrome?
There is.
I just want to see if you can figure it out. The actual first known incidence of it was 1996.
1996. Mm-hmm. So you probably had a joystick in your hand.
Go on.
There weren't really cell phones back then.
Phantom pager syndrome.
Oh, pagers. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
So it actually was the first time in anything where they've seen that it was like even put out as like a thing was in Dilbert.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
I would have thought it'd be like a Phantom Atari. You know. Like
nope.
Okay.
So Dilbert's and phantom vibration syndrome, or phantom pager syndrome, for people who had pagers, and I had one for work.
You did?
Only
a
for
pager?
Work. Yes.
Okay.
But
not your drug smuggling operation. You were in that for a while.
Yeah. Well, I'm technically a drug dealer.
There were
right?
2 people who had pagers: doctors and drug lords.
So I know
that's about it.
Doctors think that you need to have the cell phone for about a month before it starts happening.
Yeah, but mine happened. it probably started happening a couple of years ago. And I told my sister Kelly, and she did all this research too. And she was like, "It's called phantom vibration or phantom ring, and it's a real thing." And then we had a whole conversation about it causes cancer. I'm like, oh my god.
The rates of people that get this, they say, is between 27 to 89%. And
it's random numbers.
I know, 1 to 2 times a week. So there's obviously not a lot of science about it because it's just like your brain reacting to a stimulus that's not there, right?
That's so weird.
It happens all the time.
Yeah, it's so weird.
So they suggest if you suffer from this, and most people say it's not bothersome. It's just like
annoying.
It's bothersome to me. I get mad at my body.
It's like, what's going on?
Yeah. But they said you can carry the cell phone in a different position or turn off the vibrate mode.
That's weird.
Or use a different device I'm not using anything but an iPhone. Sorry, they're superior.
Well, when it started to happen to me, I started to put my cell phone down the front of my underwear. So like,
oh my god, you did. Please tell me that's a joke.
I would get the phantom vibration.
You are a sick fuck.
Like, ooh, wow.
Is that why you complain I don't text you?
That's absolutely flooding, right? So just take that anxiety and confront it head on.
Yeah,
no pun intended. But
so I would like to end it with tips on how to get past cell phone addiction.
Oh, well, okay, I'm all ears now.
Yeah. So one of the main things is to turn it off an hour before you go to bed.
Okay, so this guy, Simon Sinek, also said one of the worst things you can do is to charge your phone next to your bed.
Okay.
He said take it and charge it in the bathroom, the living room, somewhere outside the bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
Because he said, because one of the signs of like, what's the word he used? When you know you have a problem with your cell phone, if you check your cell phone before you say good morning to your partner or your spouse.
Oh, okay.
And I find myself all the time.
Oh, yeah,
probably because Pete sleeps later than I do, and so it's like, when I do roll him over and say good morning, wake him up, and get him angry.
But the number one reason for that is sleep disturbances. So cell phones emit blue light.
I just had this conversation the other day, and
blue light,
melatonin gets triggered with orange light, which is like this dusk going down, or artificial lighting.
Correct.
And cell phones are blue light, and blue light tells your body, oh, I'm waking up.
Yes, there are apps to do this. To
light
filter
orange,
out the blue light. Yeah. So I would suggest doing that if you cannot not use your phone because of jobs or because,
That's so interesting you mentioned that, because I just had this conversation with someone the other day about, they can't sleep at night. I go, well, are you looking at your cell phone? Oh, yeah. I go, that's your body's like, oh, I have to get up now.
Yeah. So here's tip number 2.
Okay.
Get an app that tells you how much you're using your phone. So
what's that app called, though?
I'll find it, and then we will post it on Twitter or something. But they suggest for
Moment.
Moment?
It's called Moment.
Okay.
I think
for every hour you invest in your screen, you must invest with face-to-face human interaction.
Well, there's enough hours in a day to do that.
That's the problem, David.
Oh, you got to reapply everything? Oh, my God.
That's the problem. This one, all right. Try a technology fast every month where you choose a day or more without a computer, tablet, or phone. I don't know that I could do it.
Well, how would you be able to do that if you're working, if your work is through your laptop, though? I work remotely.
You have to get a day off, right? So you'd have to have no weekend.
Oh, so over the weekend. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of hard in the consulting field because you're at your clients, unless you establish like just clear rules, like I don't work on Saturday. I'm sorry, and then you just don't. Oh, that'd be tough.
Well, then the last one is block in zones where you don't use your phone. Time zones, like you don't use it between 5 and 10 at night.
Do you know what's interesting? So can I jump in for a quick story? So
no. Of course. It's a podcast. You're supposed to talk back.
But you said it was so quick and with such authority. So one of my clients, I've been working with them for a while now, and they've been really struggling with productivity and camaraderie and collaboration. And so we had bounced an idea around for a while, and they finally arrived at the decision to get rid of email.
Get rid of email?
Think about how significant that is to the foundation, the culture of an organization. You're going to be using email forever. And they said, nope, no, not even like a fast on it. There's no email.
That works if your business is under one roof.
I'm telling you. So what they did is
like a true story. Notes?
So they are forcing you. It's a small company. So yeah, they're not a global company. So you have to get up out of your cubicle and walk across the office floor and go talk to the other person.
I like that.
Or call on the phone.
I like that.
Because they found that people were using email in place of meetings and using email in place of conversations and updates. And there was a very limited face-to-face conversation. It was killing collaboration. And they found that when you weren't using your email, you were far more productive. And so there are exceptions, I think, still.
Like conference calls.
Oh my God!
But waste of time. Dude, put that in a fucking email.
How many times you sit in a conference call? It's like, why are we here? Just so someone can
Who's
check
coming
a
in?
box?
Who just dropped off?
Anyways, sidetracked there. But yeah, I mean, I think there's a growing from in the work that I do around supporting organizations in their effort to be more productive. I see that a trend around sort of helping to facilitate more frequent face-to-face meetings, which is great.
Well, I mean, every teenager I know, I'll see them like feverishly texting. Like I have 3 teenage nieces, and I've seen them. I'm like, "What are you writing about? So clearly you're passionate." And they'll be like in a fight with a friend or in a fight with a family member, and I'm like, "Okay." And I've said this before: don't do anything important through text.
But that should be the first life lesson your parents teach you: is that this is not the method to articulate important, meaningful human connection information, because the person who receives the message receives it in their own tone.
Their parents are doing it. So when the kid's like, you're late, the parent will text you, "You're late," and the kid's like, "I'll be home in 15 minutes." And then the mother will yell back at them in a text because it's easier than picking up the phone. But auditory clues and visual clues. I took a class in college. It was a communications class, and it was the first time they ever offered it this way. It was group work, but you never got to meet the people. It was all done through message boards. So everyone had a screen name, and it had to be non-gender specific. So it was wiped of age and gender, and you had to do group projects on nonsense. It was on nonsense stuff. And one person was assigned the leader, and you had to do it all through chat rooms and message boards. And it was a fucking mess.
It's like the old AOL days.
Yeah, it was the old AOL days. Whoa, the lights are flashing.
Yeah. Oh, God.
It's an alien, David.
Oh God!
But they what they did was what we found was people thought that everything that someone was writing came with such a tone that they weren't meaning to talk with. And at the end, we all got together and talked about it. It was so neat.
I mean, Pete and I have had multiple, not fights, but arguments because of misinterpretation of email messages or text messages.
The way you read it is not the way it's said.
Oh, all right, you sassy bitch. What are you talking about? But he actually didn't put the right emoticon, so I was kind of like, oh, he's actually being kind of funny, And then I get all pissed off about it. And it's like, and we're adults. We're not children.
Yeah.
So it's happening to us. Can you imagine what's happening in teenagers? They're all amped up on emotions and stuff.
Of course.
Oh my God. Yeah. No. Well, we saw what happened with that recent, I know it's more local, but that young girl who was texting with her boyfriend. He was contemplating suicide, and she was like...
Oh, this is a national story now. It was on the cover of People.
Oh, it was? Okay.
Yeah, she got convicted of manslaughter, right?
Manslaughter, yeah.
Yeah.
For encouraging... And her defense was, she was like, under the influence of antidepressants, and the tone, she wasn't saying things to him in a tone that was...
I don't buy it. It was malicious.
Like, no, it was malicious, yeah, but...
Yeah, but you don't understand real human interactions unless you have them. You don't value human experience and emotion.
Well, how do we expect this new generation to ever feel happiness if they're driving happiness through a machine?
Candy Crush. Have you ever completed like a really high level, David? It makes you happy.
Well, my Candy Crush story, right? I got to like level 300 and something, and then something happened with my app and it rebooted and it started me over again.
I know when I have a problem and I get real addicted to these. I
cried.
I had to give it to my coworkers once and ask them to delete it, but now I can do it myself like a big boy.
Well, I wrote a story that kind of took off on BuzzFeed and on the blog.
Put a link to it.
Yeah, the 6 signs you're addicted to Candy Crush.
Oh gosh.
I got a lot of attention when it's like maybe 2 years old now, but yeah, I'll point to it. You can kind of post a link to it. So yeah.
So it does give me anxiety to not have my phone. I understand though that it is now 2017 and we need to have these devices and that we are evolving with them. But I'm not going to let it come at the sacrifice of relationships.
Never. I would never do that. I mean, listen,
But I do it.
Me too. I'm human. I mean,
I pick it up when we're having a conversation, like Jesse and I, or when we're watching a show.
Not during sex, though.
Never. No.
If you're doing it right, you need both hands. So it'll be kind of hard to answer the phone.
What, texting? Oh.
Yeah. All I do, I have my two fat
Also, that
fat thumbs
fucking
texting.
drawing thing that they have now, no one uses that.
Well, first of all,
get rid of that.
So you know how, again, I always keep when I'm driving, so visualize this. I'm in the seat and then I'm driving the car and my
Eating your tacos.
Yeah,
and
eating my
your
taco.
lo mein.
Yeah. My lo mein. And I have enough space for the phone. So I put my phone just under my right thigh.
Same.
So it's there. I can feel it if it vibrates, right?
Yeah, it gets real warm.
Yeah, it gets real warm. But you're also not visually distracted by it, so it's like my justification to do it. But it is... I forgot I was going to go with this now. Oh my God. We're just talking about what?
The second it goes off, you grab it and pick it up?
Oh, yeah. I mean, but you have... It's like...
Two hands.
Yeah. I can't... I have to text with two hands. I can't text with one hand. So it's like two fat fingers trying to text it. It's like... Ugh, but... Crazy.
Please don't crash your car.
No.
I'm going to have a I told you so a special episode.
No. But, well, I actually enjoyed this topic a lot, actually.
Yeah. Nomophobia.
Well, and wow. That has to be the most common phobia.
Isn't that sad?
Like, if you know, like, people with claustrophobia, it's only 5% of the population.
Isn't that sad, though?
It's super sad.
90% of people have the fear of not being around their mobile phone.
No.
I mean, granted, these things are expensive, so I'd be upset if I lost it.
Yeah, so would I. P had his phone stolen one time. We had that Find My iPhone feature on it.
Ooh.
That caused me extreme anxiety because I was like, well, we see it moving across town, but yet it's not telling you where the person's going.
Yeah, I used that to catch someone cheating on me once.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have the energy to do all that. But,
oh, I do. Nancy Drew over here was on the fucking case.
I would just ask him, are you cheating on me? Okay, great.
Oh, I did. And he said no. And I was like, oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah?
This big dramatic moment.
Yeah. But yeah, we were tracking the phone across town and we're calling the police. And the police like, well, we can't do anything until it lands somewhere. And then finally they shut the phone off. We couldn't find it, but I was so pissed off about it.
Damn. Twitter.
Couldn't you make it explode?
Oh, that's aggressive.
Like those ink cartridges, like we talked about.
Yeah.
So
imagine
if
you
your
stole
phone gets
phone and it said like this will self, to be like, oh shit.
Yeah. Why can't we have that?
Because bombs.
Not to hurt people, just to kind of splash ink in their face, so then they knew. It's kind of like like the Scarlet Letter. Everybody knows you're a fucking stealer.
And it never comes off. It like tattoos you.
Yeah.
So it turns into a robot and then tattoos you.
No, it takes like 10 years for it to wear off. So you have a 10-year sentence.
Oh, okay. I like this, David. Change approved.
You're welcome.
Get on that, Steve Jobs.
Exactly. I'm going to tell you.
He's dead, though, right?
They would sell the shit. Steve Jobs died.
Oh. Then who's
That's my question. I'm supposed to ask.
Who does it now?
Oh, the gay guy. With the blondish grayish hair.
Anderson Cooper?
No. What the hell's his name? David something?
I don't know. He's no Steve Jobs.
Yeah, clearly.
Steve Jobs' ghost can do it.
No, he's not a ghost.
He's an apparition.
He's not an apparition. It's gonna be the iPhone boomerang. That's the new invention.
Then it will always come back to you. Oh my gosh.
That's perfect.
We just invented something.
Yeah.
Get on that.
Oh god. The ink thing first.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, David, thanks for today.
Yeah, it's awesome. A ton of fun. Now I'm like,
so everyone, you have our permission now to put down your mobile device.
I feel actually really good right now for some reason.
Well, podcasts are good for this. They are like, they're the blending of the two.
Like, I thought that was the only one who would retrieve the phone while you're driving, and so I feel like I'm not as evil.
Oh no. And sometimes it'll be connected to the power cord and I use it to try to like fishing line it out and then inevitably disconnects at the last moment.
Like, oh shit. The other thing that's dangerous too is trying to connect your charger while you're driving. Because if you're like mine, my console's full of shit. So trying to find the USB port, you're like driving trying to find it. Oh my god, it's horrible.
I always leave mine plugged in. Why aren't they solar powered?
Exactly. It's 2017 for crying out loud. Taco powered.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
All right, everyone. Life's crazy.
You don't have to be.
Bye.
Bye.
Text you, all right?
My phone's
Get it down your pants.
Yeah.